Hi, welcome to My Thoughts Exactly. My name is Paul Burrell, and these are My Thoughts Exactly. So there's two terms used these days, absolutely misunderstood and used wrong probably 90% of the time. I'm going to clear it up for you one more time. First one is defund the police. It doesn't mean take their money away. Doesn't mean that. It means... And it doesn't mean disband them or disarm them. What it does mean is use some of that money to fund other services to help. For example, not every police officer, and I don't know the exact numbers, but I do know that not every police officer is trained in dealing with people with mental illnesses. So next time there's a call out and they say, man or woman with mental illnesses, blah, 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 then they could be prepared and perhaps bring someone or send someone who is trained. Defunding the police has got nothing to do with taking money away from cops or disbanding. Now, I will say demilitarize the police is a great idea because there are communities that have tanks and, a lot of military-grade equipment when you don't need it. So... either side, both sides get it wrong. Defund the police is not shut down police departments. It's not start laying off cops or disband the police force. It's use the money to create support programs, support systems for people and for police. The other one, and this one is especially in my craw, is the idea of white privilege and how many white people say that they don't have it. My response to that is if you're white, and you don't recognize that you have white privilege, then you're just stupid. So the other night, Saturday night, I was at the back roads in Wisconsin. I got pulled over by a cop. My first thought was my girlfriend's going to crack up because here's Mr. City Slicker getting pulled over by a cop. My second thought was I want to get this over with and get home because I don't want to be in the back roads of Wisconsin. Now, the gentleman was very, very nice. I was very, very compliant. Put on my light, hands at 10 and 2, rolled the windows down. When he came up, I said, insurance papers in the glove box. I don't have any guns. I don't have anything sharp. I have nothing to be afraid of. Got him the insurance paper. And he said, give me your wallet. Popped the seatbelt and gave him my driver's license. I came back and gave me a warning. Didn't cost me anything. It was a warning. And I took off. If a black guy gets pulled over, a black woman gets pulled over, their first thought is, this might be my last moment on earth. This might be the day that I meet my maker. No matter how compliant they are. No matter, we saw the Army lieutenant in Virginia. Compliance isn't even the issue anymore. Years ago, they would say, okay, if you're compliant, you won't get harassed by the police. Just be compliant. That doesn't work anymore. And even if it does work, that shouldn't be an issue. Everybody should be compliant. Yes, absolutely. But even when a black man or a woman is compliant, their life is still in jeopardy, period. Now, let's be clear. White privilege doesn't mean I'm rich. Doesn't mean I lived in the Hamptons. Doesn't mean I own, a four-car garage. White privilege means I get things because of the color of my skin. I get jobs. I get real estate. I get education. The sad fact is all men are created equal, but some men are more equal than others. I know many, many middle-class and lower-middle-class people that say, I ain't got no white privilege. I work 7 days a week, 10 hours a day to get what I got. God bless you. You did. But that's not what white privilege is about. White privilege is not about money or status or a nice car. White privilege is about the fact that you can walk into any neighborhood you want. Black man or woman walks into certain neighborhoods and they can't even... Black men and women that live in buildings are often not allowed in the building by a neighbor because the neighbor doesn't know them. A white guy walked right through. Black guy who lives in the building can't get in. So if you don't think that white privilege exists, I'm asking you to really look deep down inside. White privilege is alive and well. Black people don't want to have more. They want to have equal. Right? They just want to have equal. Women in professional world, they don't want more. They want equal. So the two things I want you to really, really research: defund the police, what it means, and what white privilege means. White privilege is every white person has it. They do. And if you don't believe it, nothing I can do about it. Rich white guys, poor white guys, middle class white guys, white people have white privilege. Period. And as soon as you say, well, the NBA and NFL, all those millionaires, the amount of people, the amount of black people who are not professional athletes making bajillions of dollars is pretty astronomical. The amount of black men and women who are making bajillions of dollars, minuscule. White privilege is a thing. Look it up. Observe. I don't mean Google it and get an academic description. Look around. Just look around. Now you are beautiful, and you want to stay beautiful. But somewhere in there, understand that everything's going to be all right. We're going to demilitarize the police, and we got to continue to find ways to make everybody equal. You're beautiful.